Okay, we missed our Albert come up, and I know we got him very cold. He just walked down the hall, and I said, "Hey, you look like you're over 40 like me," and we can. I asked him, "Come on over here. Come on over here." Let me tell you what the requirement is. That's why we could use you for 5-10 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes or so. It says interview at least 3 people over the age of 40 who were scouts. Find out about their scouting experience. Ask about the impact scouting has had on their lives, and share what you learned with your counselor. That's what their requirement is. We're only going to take maybe 5 minutes, just a few minutes. I think the leaders that work with me, do you have enough seats to take the boys back? I think you do. Okay, I can run a little late. Okay, Albert, I'm going to start you off.
All right.
Where were you, and when were you a scout? Were you like, I was a scout in the 70s?
Well, I was born in about 1948.
Okay.
So that makes me about 50 now.
So you'd be were you a Cub Scout back then? But we're
I
talking
was
Boy
a Cub
Scout.
Scout.
Okay.
Cub Scout and a Boy Scout.
All right. So that sounds like in the 50s. I'm going to help you guys in just a few minutes. I'll get to set the stage, and then you guys can fire some questions. So where were you a scout at?
Okay.
Where were you located?
I was in McGill, Nevada.
McGill, Nevada. So that's a small town.
Ely, Nevada.
Okay.
That's a little bit bigger.
Okay. And then, okay, guys, if you don't mind taking your jacket off, we're going to, that way they might ask questions about your awards and things. I know these guys. So they'd like to see what your awards are. Okay, let's have a few questions. Somebody have a question? Okay, Brian.
Could you explain your knots on your...
Okay, I'll tell you something right
just
now.
Just a few knots.
You have to really speak loud because I can't hear very well. Okay?
Oh,
Speak up real loud, Brian.
Could you explain your knots on your...
One or two, just pick out one or two of your knots. Is that
All
okay?
right.
Is that fair?
This
pick
one
out
right
your favorites.
here, the yellow, green, and red one, is the starting scout troops, okay?
Oh, wow.
And how many of you belong to Scout 500, or Troop 500? How about 980? Okay, those were two of them I started.
Oh, neat.
Okay. And this one right down here is my Silver Beaver. This is the highest award that we can get in the scouting, in our district scouting, okay? And this one here is the Scoutmaster's key.
Oh, Scoutmaster's key. Mind if I take a picture over here?
Sure.
All right. So that you were here with us. Thank
The
you.
only one I didn't work at, and I wish I got it, is this red, white, and blue one. This one right there.
That's the eagle right there. That's the Arrow of Light, the eagle, our duty God.
And I've been in the Scouts now just less than 50 years. So that makes me about 50 years old, right?
We got a true man of experience here. We appreciate it. One or two other questions. I know we had one over here. I think somebody over here.
Okay.
What are the, pin thingies, above?
The what one?
The pins? The pins, yeah.
Oh, which pins?
The star pins.
Okay, you don't see those anymore, do you? These used to be, there should be a red one here too. But when I was in Cub Scouts, I was in Cub Scouts for 3 years. I would never belong to the Explorers. We didn't call it Explorer. We didn't call it Varsity Adventure like we did then. But I was always in the scouting program as you use. And it was a red one like this, a red star. So and then we got a blue one when we were adult leaders. And I don't know how many of you got one of those or not.
They do still sell them. The scout shop, you have to ask at the front counter, and they still sell service stars.
They still do. So if you ever decide you want to ask your Scoutmaster or something, could you get these? You can still get them.
Okay, there's one more question you have to ask him. Do you guys remember? Chandler.
How has scouting impacted your life?
Speak real loud. How has scouting impacted your life, he said.
Well, you want me to tell you right now? this is how it impacts my life. You guys are like my children, okay? And when I see you get up there to pass the sacrament or take part in church, I'm so proud of you when I see that. And it's the same way with Scouts. You know that Scouts and the priesthood works together, don't you? And this is what makes me so happy, is to see so many of you young men here where you're at now in the Scouts. And never let it go, okay? If you ever become an Eagle Scout, you've just got started, as you can see here. Each one of these guys that was an Eagle Scout, they're still working in the Scouts. They're doing what they promised, what they do when they become an Eagle Scout. Well, I didn't have to promise that because I never become an Eagle Scout. But I loved the program so much that I never wanted to let it go. Why am I not burned out after 50 years? I don't know. All I know is I know that the ground's getting harder to sleep on. It's harder to go out and enjoy a camp as much as I used to. But I'll never quit it until somebody carries me on.
Hey, we really appreciate Albert Hutchison, right?
You bet.
So thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. I think that will do it, right? I think we got your questions answered to that requirement. Yes, I believe we do. Really, really appreciate it, Albert. You had a question.
You're the counselor, right? That's doing this?
Okay. Well, I guess by default I can be, but yeah, I'm deeply into it. Okay, so you're saying you'd like me to review what you got, huh?
Well, my dad said have me.
If you guys are ready, I'll sit down with you two. Let's, I think we can adjourn. Let's have Josh end it here.